What up, what up, what up? It's been a while, so making another video from my porch because it's pretty nice out here today. Beautiful spring day here. Wanted to talk about social. Oh, I got a new subscriber since last time, so that's pretty dope. I'm here to talk about social justice for a second, and the question I want to ask is it as big of an issue as people are really painting it out to be? Because I remember when TJ Kirk first started talking about social justice and how much of an issue he thought it was. And he was right to point out, hey, no one's paying attention to how crazy these fuckers are. At this point, it seems like a problem from both the left and the right. You know, on the left, we have these nutjobs who think men should die because of the patriarchy, and women make ridiculously low pay that compared to men, which just isn't true. There's no nuance factors involved in any of these studies. Factors such as, you know, you've heard the arguments. How many hours are worked, what type of jobs being worked, etc. When you factor all these things in, the gap suddenly seems a lot fucking smaller than they're claiming it to be. But anyway, people like to bring this thing up like it's kind of like the biggest issue that we're facing right now, and honestly, it's not even close. It's a problem that needs to be addressed, but people like Sargon of Akkad need to back the fuck off of this shit. Like, these guys are all beating a dead horse now. The whole social justice thing. I mean, the arguments have been made pretty much. I mean, it's still scary because it does seem like as time goes on, they are getting more active roles in society, which is not what I thought would happen. I thought the opposite would happen by now. I thought these people would be like ousted away, but it seems like they're getting more and more popular, which is scary. But you know what's scarier? The fact that 45,000 people die every year in America from a lack of basic health care. One of the richest countries in the world, and we can't even afford to give our own citizens basic health care if they can't afford it. I hate these arguments of, should health care be a right or a privilege? I don't know, you tell me. If someone has cancer, should they have the right to get cancer treatment? Or should it be a privilege? Should we just let them fucking die because they don't have the money to afford it? I mean, fuck that. Is food a right or a privilege? Is food a privilege? You know, should you only get food if you deserve it? I mean, come on now. Here's another problem. Our prisons, they suck. They're privatized, and if you don't know what that means, it means that private companies own the prisons. In other words, these people profit off of how many people they can get into the prison. Now, if you can't see how corrupt that could end up being as a system, just look up alcohol and marijuana and what long-term effects from one drug can do to you compared to the next one. Then go and look up which of those drugs is legal and which one of those drugs is illegal, and then you'll realize how fucking corrupt the prison system is. Because it's ridiculous. Again, that's another thing. I don't need to make the fucking arguments, dude. Weed can't destroy your liver. There's actually some health benefits for casual smokers. I read a study that showed that some of them had better lung capacity. I don't know how that works. I'm not a fucking scientist. But who knows? That's another argument that's just old and outdated. So, religion, that's another big problem. I guess that kind of goes with social justice, because these liberals love defending a lot of shit that comes from Islam, but I think the fact that religion is still here in the 21st century is a problem. I think we should be gone with it. Now, I believe everyone should have the right to practice religion if they want to, but I don't think it should be mainstream. I think people should look at religion the way we look at Scientology, which is this is a bunch of nonsense, and I can't believe people still believe this. Because when you use facts and evidence, and you use them against religion, you realize how retarded and insane some of the stories in the Bible or any religious book are. I'm ranting on now. I'm like completely off topic now, so I'm going to end this video. I think I made the points I needed to. The point that I'm making, for the most part, in this 6-minute rant, if you get nothing else, is that there's more important things that we should worry about than social justice. And I think number one on that list is healthcare in America. This country needs Medicare for all desperately. And so that's it. Peace.